welcome back. In the following three or more videos, we will discuss some special distributions called chi-square distribution, T distribution, and F distribution. Of course, these distributions you might have studied in your degree classes, but we will discuss to certain more extent than at the degree level. Now, first, we will later see that these three distributions are strongly related each other, and of which we will discuss the chi-square distribution first. You see, chi-square distribution can be defined as the square of a standard normal distribution. Okay, that is, if x follow a normal distribution with a mean 0 and variance 1 or standard deviation 1, then x square will be chi-square distribution with the parameter called degrees of freedom, and the degrees of freedom is of such a distribution is 1. Okay, so chi-square distribution with 1 degree of freedom, to be more exact, chi-square distribution with the parameter 1 can be defined as can be derived as the distribution of capital X square where x follow normal distribution. Okay, and the derivation we might have we have already discussed while discussing the function of a random variable, and you see that the derivation is clearly given here, and it is only a repetition of an earlier discussion. So I just leave this for your reference, and you will see that a distribution is having the PDF which is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2 y to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1 e to the power of minus y by 2, and y varies from 0 to infinity. This is the PDF of a chi-square distribution with 1 degree of freedom. Okay, and you can see by closely watching this PDF, you can see that this distribution is nothing but a gamma distribution. Surprisingly, a gamma distribution with alpha equal to 1 by 2 and beta is equal to 2. You know what was the PDF of gamma distribution? You just recall, it is equal to 1 divided by gamma alpha, beta to the power of alpha, x to the power of alpha minus 1, e to the power of minus x by 2 in the range 0x infinity, 0 to x infinity. Here the only thing is that I am using the letter y. Okay, so you can easily identify this chi-square distribution is a special case of gamma distribution with the parameter alpha parameter, that is shape parameter, equal to 1 by 2, and the other parameter beta, that is the scale parameter. Earlier alpha is the shape parameter and beta is the scale parameter. You know what is the difference between these parameters? We have discussed these things earlier. Okay, so by seeing this density, you can identify it as a special case of gamma distribution with beta 1 by 2, alpha 1 by 2 and beta equal to 2. Okay, and now we come to the definition of a chi-square distribution with 1 degree freedom directly like this. Okay, and we come to the definition 2, which is the chi-square distribution with parameter n, small n, which is an integer, which is a positive integer. So in this definition, you can see that a random variable x is said to follow a chi-square distribution with n degrees of freedom. The parameter is called degrees of freedom. There are some reasons for that, you may know it. Okay, with n degrees of freedom, if its PDF is given by f of x equal to 1 divided by 2 to the power of n by 2 gamma n by 2 x to the power of n by 2 minus 1 e to the power of minus x by 2. Okay, the only change is that instead of 1 by 2 in chi-square distribution with 1 degree of freedom, here you are writing n by 2. That's all. So again you can see that this is again a special case of gamma distribution with alpha equal to n by 2 and beta equal to 2. Okay, the shape parameter is equal to n by 2 and scale parameter equal to 2 in gamma distribution. Okay, and you can easily identify that this is the relationship between gamma distribution and chi-square distribution, and you just remember this range of the random variable x varies from 0 to infinity as in the case of gamma distribution. Okay, and as a notation we write x follows chi-square distribution with degrees of freedom n. So x right arrow chi-square of n. Chi-square of n means chi-square distribution with n. It is one of the notations. So many notations are there. I am not going to that. Okay, now we can plainly see what is the additive property of chi-square distribution. Additive property of chi-square distribution. Additive property is also called a reproductive property. Reproductive property of chi-square distribution. That means if xi's are independently distributed chi-square with 1 degree of freedom, that is independently and identically distributed chi-square distribution with each having 1 degree of freedom, then their sum will follow a chi-square distribution with n degrees of freedom. Actually, this is a very simple result, but for doing this, what we are going to do is we are going to find the MGF of xi first, then we find the MGF of the sum x equal to sigma I equal to 1 to n xi square, and you will identify the MGF of that, and you will identify it as the MGF of chi-square distribution with n degree of freedom. Therefore, first you have to find the MGF of this. Okay, MGF of this. And you will see that MGF of this is equal to, it is nothing, yes, you can easily find what is the MGF of this. It is equal to expectation of x to the power of, expectation of e to the power of xt. Okay, xt. And you can see that that is nothing but that is nothing but 1 minus 2t to the power of minus n by 2. Okay, minus n by 2, that you can do yourself, and I have added this, which is the MGF of chi-square distribution with n degree of freedom, and you are required to show it. Okay, that you can do yourself, but you know how the reproductive property is proved. Now xi follow chi-square distribution with 1 degree of freedom. Okay, so you first find the MGF of each of xi, that is m of t of the xi, that is expectation of e to the power of tx, that is equal to 0 to infinity expectation on, so e to the power of tx into PDF of chi-square distribution with 1 degree of freedom. And that you can easily write as it is equal to 0 to infinity e to the power of minus 1 by 2 into 1 minus 2t into x into 1 by 2 to the power of 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2 x to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1 dx. And you can take this quantity outside the integration, then integration becomes 0 to infinity e to the power of minus 1 minus 2t by 2 into x to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1. Okay, and what is this? What is this? This is a gamma integral. Gamma integral without constant. If this should have been a gamma integral, what should be a constant to be multiplied with this part? This part. It is, okay, you will see that it is equal to gamma 1 by 2. Okay, gamma 1 by 2 divided by 1 minus 2t by 2 to the power of 1 by 2 using the gamma integral of the form. Okay, this is the gamma integral. Or if this is multiplied, multiplied with this, the reciprocal of this is multiplied with this, and you will see that that integral is equal to 1. Gamma integral. Okay, but so by identifying p and m in the form of a gamma integral, you can easily show that this part is equal to 1 by 2 to the power of 1 by 2 gamma 1 by 2, then 1 gamma 1 by 2 divided by 1 minus 2t by 2 to the power of 1 by 2. Okay, and you can see that this gamma 1 by 2 and gamma 1 by 2 integral cancelled, and 2 to the power of 1 by 2 in the denominator of the denominator will go to the numerator, so that that will be cancelled with this 2 to the power of 1 by 2, and then you are left with only 1 by 1 minus 2t to the power of 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 minus 2t to the power of minus 1 by 2. Okay, so this is the MGF of each xi, because all xi's are having identical distribution. Okay, and now we try to find the MGF of the sum. MGF of the sum is equal to product of the MGFs. Very obvious. That is equal to each having the same MGF 1 minus 2t to the power of minus 1 by 2. So such a quantity is multiplied n times, which will give you 1 minus 2t to the power of minus n by 2. And you can easily identify that this is nothing but the MGF of a chi-square distribution with n degrees of freedom. That part you have to show. I have just argued so. Okay, so by uniqueness theorem, the sum follow chi-square distribution with n degrees of freedom. Okay, and again an extended result of this. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒന്നാമത്തതിൽ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്തത് എല്ലാ എക്സൈസും chi-square ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ഫോളോ ചെയ്യുന്നു വിത്ത് 1 ഡിഗ്രി ഓഫ് ഫ്രീഡം. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ സമ്മ് വീണ്ടും chi-square ആയിരിക്കും എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. If there are such n terms, the sum will have degrees of freedom n. ഇവിടെ രണ്ടാമത്തതിൽ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത്, സപ്പോസ് the random variables, there are k random variables, okay, and each is chi-square but with degrees of freedom is not equal to 1 but equal to ni. Yi have chi-square distribution with the degrees of freedom n1, y2 have chi-square distribution with n2 degrees of freedom, etc. Yk follows a chi-square distribution with nk degrees of freedom, and in addition to that you suppose that all are independent. Okay, അപ്പോൾ ഐഡൻറ്റിക്കൽ എന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ഇവിടെ k independently distributed random variables with degrees of freedom n1, n2, etc. nk. ഡിഗ്രീസ് ഓഫ് ഫ്രീഡം വ്യത്യസ്തമായതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് ഐഡൻറ്റിക്കൽ ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ എന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല, പക്ഷേ ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻ്റ് ആണ്. അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഈ y എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പുതിയ സമ്മ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഈക്വൽ ടു സമ്മേഷൻ i ഈക്വൽ ടു 1 to k yi will follow chi-square distribution with degrees of freedom is equal to sum of all degrees of freedoms. Okay, proof is very direct. MGF of y, that is equal to expectation of e to the power of ty, that is equal to e to the power of expectation of e to the power of t into summation, that is expectation of e to the power of t into y1 into e to the power of t into y2, etc. e to the power of t into yk, because this can be written in this form. And since y1, y2, etc. yk are independent, expectation of the product of independent variables can be written as product of expectations. Okay, and each expectation is a MGF. The first one is the MGF of y1, the second one is the MGF of y2, the last one is MGF of yk, and each my1k, each of these are again chi-square, so their MGFs are also in the form of the MGF of a chi-square distribution. The only change is that in the degrees of freedoms. So this is 1 minus 2t to the power of minus n1 by 2, 1 minus 2t to the power of minus n2 by 2, etc. 1 minus 2t to the power of minus nk by 2. And again you multiply these things and you will see that it is equal to 1 minus 2t to the power of minus sigma over k ni by 2. Ni by 2. Okay, and you can easily identify this as a MGF of a chi-square distribution whose degrees of freedom is sigma ni, and by uniqueness theorem the sum follows a chi-square distribution with the degrees of freedom sigma over I equal to 1 to k ni. ഓക്കെ, ഇവിടെയൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നത് MGF ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ കാണാൻ ആ റാൻഡം വേരിയബിളിൻ്റെ MGF കണ്ടിട്ട് ആ MGF ഏത് ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ്റെ MGF ആണെന്ന് ഐഡൻറ്റിഫൈ ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അതായത് നിങ്ങൾ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുന്നത് യൂണീക്ക്നെസ് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി ഓഫ് MGF ആണ്. കഴിഞ്ഞ 2 റിസൾട്ടിലും അതെ. ഓക്കെ, ഇനി നമുക്ക് ഈ ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ്റെ മീനും വേരിയൻസും കാണാം. കൈ-സ്ക്വയർ ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ്റെ മീനും വേരിയൻസും കാണാം. മീനും വേരിയൻസും കാണാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഡയറക്റ്റായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് കാണാവുന്നതാണ്. ഞാനിവിടെ ഡയറക്റ്റായിട്ട് കാണുന്നതിന് പകരം മറ്റൊരു രീതിയിലാണ് കാണുന്നത്. എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഡയറക്റ്റായിട്ട് കാണുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ? ഡയറക്റ്റായിട്ട് കാണുക എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ല. നമുക്ക് മീൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ ഓഫ് എക്സ് ആണ്. സപ്പോസ് എക്സ് ഫോളോ കൈ-സ്ക്വയർ ഡിസ്ട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ. എക്സിൻ്റെ എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ ഓഫ് എക്സ്, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഇൻറ്റഗ്രൽ 0 to ∞ x ഇൻറ്റു PDF. അപ്പോൾ PDF എന്തുണ്ട്? PDF നോക്കുക, we recall the PDF of chi-square distribution with n degrees of freedom here. Okay, now you see ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? ഇൻറ്റഗ്രൽ എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ കാണാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്, അതായത് മീൻ കാണാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഇതിനെ ഇൻറ്റഗ്രേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക ഓവർ ദ റേഞ്ച് 0 to ∞. ഓക്കെ, ഇതിന് മുമ്പ് എക്സ് കൊണ്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യണം, കാരണം എക്സിൻ്റെ എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷനാണ് കാണുന്നത്. പക്ഷേ പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ല, എക്സ് കൊണ്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ആ എക്സ് ഈ n/2 - 1 കൂടി ചേർന്നിട്ട് എന്താവും? x ഇൻറ്റു x⁴ n/2 - 1 എന്ന് വരുമ്പോൾ അത് x⁴ മാത്രമായി മാറും. ഈ n/2 നമുക്ക് എ ക്വാണ്ടിറ്റി -1 എന്നുള്ള ഫോമിൽ എഴുതാം. അങ്ങനെ ആ ഫോമിലേക്ക് എഴുതുമ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് വീണ്ടും ഈ ഇൻറ്റഗ്രൽ 0 to ∞ ഓഫ് എ PDF ഈക്വൽ ടു 1 എന്നുള്ള ആ പ്രോപ്പർട്ടി ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ ഓഫ് എക്സ് കാണാം. പിന്നെ എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ ഓഫ് x² ഇതേ ടെക്നിക്ക് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് കാണാം. പിന്നെ എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ ഓഫ് എക്സും എക്സ്പെക്റ്റേഷൻ ഓഫ് x² കിട്ടിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ വേരിയൻസ് കാണാൻ വളരെ എളുപ്പമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ആ മെത്തേഡിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നില്ല, അത് വളരെ ഓബ്വിയസ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള മെത്തേഡാണ്. ഐ കം ടു അനദർ മെത്തേഡ്. ഓക്കെ, that method is given in terms of the cumulant generating function, and I have not discussed the cumulant generating function so far, but either after this video or before this video I will give you an idea of what is cumulant generating function and what are the properties of a cumulant how cumulant generating function is defined, and how the cumulants, when moment generating function is defined, you can find from that moments. Similarly, when cumulant generating function are defined, you can find the cumulants of a distribution, and some properties of the cumulants also is applied here. Okay, and I just discuss what are the properties and how cumulant generating function CGF. The CGF stands for, you please identify this. CGF means cumulant generating function. Okay, and using this cumulant generating function we will proceed to find the mean and variance of a chi-square distribution. Okay, I am using cumulant generating function because of the nature of this MGF. Okay, because of the nature of the MGF, and you will see why it is done so. Okay, now the cumulant generating function is denoted by kx of t, like moment generating function is defined as mx of t. Okay, the cumulant generating function is nothing but the logarithm of the MGF. Okay, so kxt is log mxt. Okay, so what is the cumulant generating function of chi-square distribution? Here it is equal to log of mxt. What is mxt? MGF. MGF is 1 - 2t to the power of n by 2. So the cumulant generating function kxt equal to log of this, that is log of 1 - 2t to the power of n by 2. And you will see that the cumulants can be defined as the coefficient of t to the power of r by r factorial. Rth cumulant can be defined in that way. Later we will see this. Before that, let me proceed. What is kxt? Cumulant generating function is log of 1 minus 2t to the power of minus n by 2, and that is equal to minus n by 2 log of 1 minus 2t. Okay, very clear. And you take minus n by 2 outside and you expand this logarithm of 1 minus 2t. You know what is log of 1 plus x? Log of 1 plus x is minus x, x minus x square plus x cube minus x to the power of 4, etc. And each is divided by respectively 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, and 1 minus 2t, then all the terms will be minus. Okay, here this is 1 minus 2t, therefore you take minus, all terms are negative, so minus 2t by 1, minus 2t square by 2, minus 2t cube by 3, minus 2t to the power of 4 by 4, etc. You should not confuse. The denominators are 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Not 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial, etc. Because this is the expansion of logarithm of 1 minus 2t. Okay, this is well known in mathematics. And so you take each term is negative inside and outside also negative. So you take the common negative quantity multiplied by negative quantity becomes plus. So this is n by 2 into all the terms becomes positive. 2t by 1 plus 2t whole square by 2 plus 2t whole cube by 3 plus 2t whole to the power of 4 by 4, etc. And as I have just mentioned, what is the cumulant? Rth cumulant is denoted by Kr, which is the coefficient of t to the power of r by r factorial in kxt. And this resembles how the moments are determined out of moment generating function. What was the rth order moment? Mu r equal to coefficient of t to the power of r by r factorial in mgf. But here the cumulants are found out as the coefficient of t to the power of r factorial in kxt. Okay, so in that way you can find kr is equal to n by 2, that is n by 2 is the 2 to the power of r by r into r factorial. Okay, because we require t to the power of r by r factorial here, but here r factorials are missing, therefore we are multiplied by r factorial. But originally there are r, 1, r equal to 1, 2, r equal to 2, 3, r equal to 3, 4, r equal to 4, etc. Therefore, the coefficient of t to the power of r divided by r factorial in kxt equal to r equal to n by 2 into 2 to the power of r, because there are not only t square, t cube, t to the power of 4, etc., but 2 times. Therefore, that 2 to the power of r also should be written here. Okay, and on simplification you will see that this is equal to r minus 1 factorial into n into 2 to the power of r minus 1. You can change r equal to 1, r equal to 2, r equal to 3, etc. you can put for finding the first cumulant, second cumulant, third cumulant, etc. But r small n is a fixed quantity because it is the degrees of freedom of the chi-square distribution. Okay, and you have some identity between raw moments and cumulants. The identity is nothing but mu1 dash equal to k1, okay, then mu2 equal to k2, mu3 equal to k3, okay, mu1 dash equal to k1, mu2 equal to k2, mu3 is equal to k3, but mu4 equal to k4 plus 3 into k2 square. All these things we shall discuss. Okay, and using the identities of moments with cumulants, you can find mean equal to mu1 dash, which is equal to k1, and k1 is equal to 1 n using this. you put r is equal to 1. When r is equal to 1, 1 minus 1 factorial 1, 1 minus 1, 0 factorial, that is 1. Then 2 to the power of 1 minus 1, that is only n. Okay, this is n. And mu 2 is equal to k2. What is k2? K2 will be obtained by putting r is equal to 2. That is 1 factorial. Then 2 minus 1, that is 2. So 2 into n. Okay, 2 into n. And what is mu 3? Mu 3 is equal to k3. K3 is equal to, yes, n into 2 to the power of 3 minus 1 into 3 minus 1 factorial, that is 8n. And mu 4 is equal to k4 plus 3 into k2 square. What is k4? K4 is obtained by putting r is equal to 4 here, which is equal to n times 2 to the power 4 minus 1 into 4 minus 1 factorial plus 3 into 2n square, where 2n is already obtained, and that becomes 48n plus 12n square. Okay, so the first four moments, that is mu 1 is always 1. Mu 1 is always 1. Then mu 3, mu 2, mu 3 and mu 4 can be obtained like this. And you again, I again say that you require some idea of cumulance, for finding these four moments. Okay. Okay, now we cut this video because of its length, and I will just give you the next video for discussing the remaining part of this chi-square distribution. Okay, we will discuss what is the mode of the distribution, and we will discuss some interesting problems regarding chi-square distribution. Okay, now we stop at this stage. Thank you.